Hello everyone. As you all can tell, actually I'm wearing a nice, really nice shirt. Actually not a t-shirt. Yeah, actually it was like really old. So I had it since like 2012. Yeah. Anyway, this is just a temporary distraction. It's like I just all the other motives about unveiling something and some magical stuff. But anyway, this is kind of the stuff that really I gravitate to because my background in medieval studies back in graduate school. Yeah, medieval studies. But anyway, today I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about something that I have actually come across while I was talking to my psychologist today. Yeah, I'm a therapist. It's actually my therapist. We were talking about just EMDR things like that, and in between, she was also talking to me about, I mean, while observing the way I was responding to the therapy. She just mentioned something that I kind of, I wasn't really aware of it, but when she told me that, it suddenly dawned on me that, oh wow, I didn't know that. She just said, Kevin, do you realize that when you were, in that so-called safe space or calm space when we were doing the EMDR therapy, you actually seem to be not locked in, but it was in a relatively calm and slow state of mind that you weren't exactly being, triggered or frustrated or any way. You seem to be kind of calm, but once you started talking about a few of the experiences, um, you just your whole tone of voice just started changing. You became a bit louder. You sounded a bit more agitated, and it's kind of dawned on me that wow, I didn't know that. But when she told me that, it suddenly dawned on me. But uh, I was really traumatized from that experience years ago, and even after recovering and everything, and and going through all this, there's always some residual effect. So I just want to kind of like basically link it to something that I've read recently because recently I've actually uh, started reading this book, The Facebook Narcissist. This is by Lena DeHally. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, Drhally, DeHally. I think so. She's actually a psychotherapist certified in imago relationship therapy, but she was talking about the idea of how selfie culture and Facebook and social media and how it actually programs or primes the mind more towards narcissism. But in one part of the book that she was right, she was actually talking about the different kinds of narcissism. One particular kind of narcissism that she was drawing attention to was the idea of vulnerable or covert narcissists. I think that most of us associate narcissism with being grandiose and being proud and arrogant, saying, oh, I'm the best, you all are beneath me. And I mean, while that's true that most narcissists at their basic core desire some form of worship or attention, um, that we kind of ignore the other side of narcissism, which or the other trait, which is vulnerable or covert narcissism. Covert, covert, as opposed to overt. Covert narcissism is actually pretty different in the sense that we tend to associate the person, that particular narcissist, with being an introverted or shy or vulnerable person. And sometimes, on some occasions, we might even think that the person is an empath because the person gets irritated or agitated by things like big crowds, whatever. But it's not really true, because at the base of narcissism, regardless of whether it's overt, covert, or even the other kinds such as somatic, communal, whatever, um, there is a basic underlying desire for worship and attention. And I'm just using, especially my personal encounters with narcissism, as with narcissists years ago. That the thing is that I kind of realized that a number of the narcissists that I knew, male and female, whether it's in the context of romantic relationships or even friendships or even work relationships. The the underlying thread that actually uh, strings them all together is that common attempt to come across as someone who's being wrong, who wasn't being treated well in the past before they meet you, and they are very really passive aggressive. They are very good at this thing called the backhanded compliment. So while they might be handing you some compliment, saying yeah, you're good at this, good at that. Once they flip it around, at the end of that compliment, there's some kind of a slap at the end of a sentence. I don't know how to explain that, but it could be a joke, it could be a insult, yeah, insult and a compliment roll together into one. So the thing is that we can't really tell, and it makes me wonder like how then do we protect ourselves. And okay, I just let me bring y'all to a quote or from yeah, it's from Dr. Barrett Brogard, Brogaard. Okay, Barrett, Berit. He's actually a philosopher specializing in cognitive neuroscience, and he has actually described the difference between grandiose and also grandiose or overt narcissism and covert or vulnerable narcissism. But his basic summary is this: grandiose narcissism is characterized by extroversion, low neuroticism, and overt expressions of feelings of superiority and entitlement, whereas covert narcissism is marked by introspective absorbedness, okay, this kind of absorption in oneself, high neuroticism, and alternating feelings of excessive pride and deep shame. So, according to this book, Lena DeHalle, in addition to this, she actually noted the poem that to the outside world, the vulnerable narcissist might actually seem like our average Mr. or Mrs. Nice guy or girl, the nice person, but behind closed doors, they can inflict pain and hostility towards those closest to them. So I actually think it's quite true because especially with my experiences with narcissists, I think that most of them don't love to actually come across as grandiose or overt. Maybe in one or two cases there are like there's one or two grandiose ones who kind of repels everyone because everyone just kind of avoid them because they found them really obvious narcissist. So the problem with the covert narcissist is that they are really very subtle and they love to come across as some victim or some shy guy or girl. And um, just like my example, the last narc ex, so I always love to come across as very vulnerable, introverted, and shy. But uh, behind all that, yeah, behind all the doors, I mean, I was the I bore the brunt of everything. And sometimes people don't believe me, and it just goes back to the whole thing that narcissism is it can be quite insidious and dangerous. So and of course, one thing is that they really know how to hide. They have these two Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. uh, yep, this double life or more, and you wouldn't even be able to know. So yeah, so I kind of find that a very common thing. The question is how to actually get out of that little rut they program us in, and as it appears, they seem to be the more manipulative kind compared to the grandiose narcissist, especially because they spend so much more of a longer time trying to hone their private and public image, yeah, and they're really experts in doing that. They can probably get a an acting award, an Academy Awards for the best actor or actress, yeah. So yeah, so anyway, that's just basically for now because I'm still um, back from celebrating my birthday yesterday. I didn't really celebrate, but I mean I was just having a normal day, resting, not having work the last 2 days, and now just haven't gotten back to work today. So yeah, I have to continue working for next few days, even on Saturdays and Sundays. But yeah, the 2 days of rest are really good, and I think I need to spend some time thinking about how to actually get back to this YouTubing. And I was wondering too if I should do some live, but of course the time might not be right for everyone who follows my or subscribe to my channel. But if there's any kind of particular concerns about what kind of live-ish topics concerning narcissism, pathology, how to recover, whatever topics in that area, I hope that maybe someone can actually just leave comments and let me know, and I will just try to start that live maybe on Sunday. Yeah, probably in my evening or my afternoon, which would probably be a different time zone elsewhere. But I'll just try to coordinate and let everyone know. And yeah, so that's it for now. And so that's the topic anyway, about just the end of my topic, my short little rant. It's not really short, it's pretty long, about covert narcissism. And yeah, so that's it. Bye bye.